Um, This presentation is an analysis of the datasets and floor layouts provided by the University of South Australia for Assessment 2.2. This presentation will seek to provide evidence-based recommendations for the University of South Australia's renovations and looks to drive their goals into the future. Our first visualization is showing the wireless move dataset. Here we are seeing the total count of session type by serviced area. We can see that users of the network are more likely to be moving than starting or ending a session with the network. This may be useful when trying to design a space that sees students get up and move less, possibly less distractions. Or is this good? Should we encourage users to be getting up and moving around every 10 minutes or so for health-related reasons? If we slice and dice this dataset to view it from a differing perspective, we can see that most new sessions are beginning in the lower terrace, L1. Is there a way to use this as a choke point or bottleneck for data collection? And does this mean that most people are first entering the campus via the lower terrace, or that the network reaches this as its limit, and this is where users are first picked up on the network? Our next visualization shows the proportional spread of users booking session by duration length in hours. We can see over 82% of the users' sessions were booked for the 2-hour length duration. There may be a few reasons as to why this is the case. This could include the fact that rooms are difficult to book. This means users, when the opportunity presents itself, may use the booking rooms for as long as they possibly can, as they are a rare resource. A recommendation I potentially have for the university is perhaps limiting 2-hour booking sessions of a room to groups with a minimum of at least 2 participants. This could allow more users to book rooms during the week. This bar chart illustrates the total bookings count by days of the week. We can see Wednesday is the most popular day for this week. However, Sunday and Saturday are significantly lower than the midweek days. This is not surprising, however. Is there a way for the university to incentivize room bookings for over the weekend? This could, however, be due to differing/shortened opening hours and access to the buildings over the weekend. And of course, users' personal aspects of their lives. The dataset wireless app data provided insight into the most popular and most used apps on campus and on the network. This area graph shows the total count by app used being filtered by the top 10. Social media, non-surprisingly, is crowding the top 10. But what is surprising is that such a big waste is occurring on our largest percentile being categorized as uncategorized applications. This is potentially useful and important data that we are unable to analyze or derive conclusions from, and should be thought about of the university directing this and focusing on this. This pie graph shows the distribution of the users' device sessions to the network by program code. More than 19% of this total is the DBCC program code, which as you can see is far more than any other in the dataset. This raises questions as to why this is the case. Is there a way to decrease this, or is it necessary? Do users participating in this program require more or advanced equipment based on these quantities? This bar graph shows the total count of sessions by users, spread across floor levels for the building. As you can see, the 7th floor is virtually untouched. This may be due to the resources outlined on the 7th floor compared to that of floor 3 or 6, which are much more popular. A recommendation by myself would be to look at the resources and space and how it is used on the 7th floor, and if this can be done more efficiently. Maybe converting it into an additional space or extending the contents and resources of floors 3 and 6 to 7 4 to spread out the traffic and usage. Other recommendations I have is including a community barbecue area for students and users of the facility. This should be somewhere near the lower terrace, however, ideally out in a garden area with open and fresh air. This could assist students and users' morale with breaks and meeting with and socializing with fellow users of the institution. These are all my points and recommendations when looking at this data set. Thank you for listening.